What we're going to do this afternoon is have a panel discussion with 4 people that have graciously agreed to tell us about their journey through eBooks. And then we're going to hear from Springer and get their perspective and then close out with a Q&A session. So I'm going to ask each of the panelists to start us off by giving us a brief introduction of themselves, their role at the library, and where they are as far as their migration to eBooks. So Jackie, let's start with you. This is Jackie Morton from Amgen.
Thank you, Betsy. Yes, I'm with Amgen. We're a large biotechnology company or a small pharma company, however you might like to look at that. We are fairly new in our electronic book implementation and transition. Recent pushes towards global and remote flexible worker expansion, along with acquisitions, has really changed our landscape over the last few years. And so we, along with many of the other participants, still have some unanswered issues. So hopefully I can share some of my information and learn as well.
Okay, great. Thank you, Jackie. Bonnie Schneider from Intel, welcome.
Hi, thank you. As you said, I work at Intel Corporation. I work within the Intel Library's Content Management Group. My primary responsibilities are to oversee our budget, spends, tracking, analysis, as well as contract licensing and negotiation. Our budget pretty much is focused on e-content. So we're about 99% focused on providing electronic content to our employee base.
Okay, Bonnie. Greta from the Naval Postgraduate School.
Hi, how are you? I'm Greta Marlatt from the Naval Postgraduate School. I know some of you on this call are familiar with us, but for those who are not, Naval Postgraduate School is a graduate education program run through the Department of the Navy for all services. My role is I am the collection development and outreach coordinator, which means I work on many fronts, but in the eBook arena, we have been somewhat of an early adopter and have been progressing through time, adding more and more. In fact, just in the last few months, we're in the process with some end-of-the-year funds of adding a substantial amount more, so we're very excited about that.
Okay, Greta, thank you. And I see that Bob is on the line. Bob, can you give us a brief introduction and tell us a little bit about your role and where you are in the migration to eBooks?
Sure. I'm Bob Kowalski, and you can hear me, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. I'm working at Pfizer now, previously at YS Research, and we're a global pharmaceutical company, and I am a manager in the Information and Library Services team, and I license work with a lot of electronic licensing, electronic content, electronic books, journals, news, and databases. And as far as the implementation goes, globally, as far as the collection goes and that our employees access, we're almost there electronic only. There is still some small print collection throughout the company, but I'd say 95% there.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're going to start with just a real basic question. And Jackie, I'm going to ask you to lead us off. Basically, why eBooks? What was the catalyst that drove you toward migrating to eBooks?
Thank you. Well, we actually, in our area, had been pushing a lot for journals. Journals, if we remember from the slide earlier in the session, the pharma area uses primarily journals 75% of the time. So we were a little behind in our eBook or in our book content in general. So with the staff reductions, the eBook capability has allowed us to significantly improve, our currency and the content areas, get those collections up to date in a manner that's, probably wouldn't have been possible if we'd had to continue in a print format.